Well, hello there, guys. It's Kid Bombing here. I am so glad to see you that you can join me on this brand new video. So, I hope you all are excited for Christmas holiday. So next week is Christmas Eve. Hope you're looking forward to Christmas. And it's something quite special this year. So we are looking forward to holiday season also. It was the best holiday ever. So, I'll show you. I'm going to do another reading out video in Christmas themes. So I have got Disney's Christmas in the Country. It's got Scrooge McDuck, Grandma McDuck, and Donald Duck. It's got Huey, Louie and Dewey. I think you're quite familiar with those Disney characters. Also friends of Mickey Mouse. This is published by Disney's Wonderful World of Reading, and also published by Gorilla Book Edition. Okay, so sit back and have a nice hot chocolate and relax, stay cozy, and enjoy the video. It was the day before Christmas. Donald Duck's nephews were out shopping. Wow, look at that big Christmas tree, said Huey. I wonder how big our tree at Grandma's house will be, said Dewey. Hey, we have to make the decorations for it, said Louie. Let's go home. Donald Duck was at work in the office of his rich uncle, Scrooge McDuck. Donald saw that it was starting to snow. He hoped Uncle Scrooge would let him leave early. Donald took his hat and went to see Scrooge. What, leave early? Of course not, said Scrooge McDuck. But Uncle, tomorrow is Christmas, said Donald. I want to go home and get ready. We are all going to Grandma Duck's farm for the day. Why don't you come too? Christmas, bah humbug, said Scrooge. I have no time for Christmas. Now get back to your desk. What a hustle and bustle there was over at Donald's house. Daisy Duck mixed dough for cookies. Huey cut up coloured paper to make paper chains. Dewey painted a design on the box for the cookies. Dewey made some paper hearts. Then he rolled up paper to make paper cones. Next, the boys helped to make the cookies. Louie rolled out the dough. Huey made a long stick of dough and twisted them into the curly cookies. Dewey cut out the round shapes with a cookie cutter, and Daisy put the cookies in the oven to bake. Donald got home late. Hooray! Here's Uncle Donald, shouted the boys. Why are you boys still up? Donald asked. You should be in bed by now. We have to show you what we made, said the boys. They held up their decorations. Beautiful, said Donald. Grandma will be pleased. Off to bed now, boys, said Donald. We have to get an early stop tomorrow. Look, it's still snowing, said Huey. As the boys climbed into the bed, I hope it snows a lot, said Dewey. White Christmases are the best, said Louie. All night long it snowed, and it snowed, and snowed. The boys woke up at dawn. Wow, said Huey. Look at all the snow. Snow-covered yards and walks and fences and bushes. It even covered Donald Duck's car. Come on, let's get dressed, said Dewey. Let's dig out the car for Uncle Donald, said Louie, or we'd be late to Grandma's house. Shovels are in the basement, said Huey. When the boys opened the door, a pile of snow fell into the house. My goodness, this is going to be a big job, said Huey. First, the boys shoveled the walk. Then they started to work on the car. Dewey brushed snow off the windows and roof. Huey and Louie dug all around the car. Let's take our skis and sled and snowshoes, said Dewey. We can play in the snow at Grandma's. But by the time Donald and Daisy were ready to leave, the car was all ready too. Good work, boys. They set off through the snowy streets. Drive carefully, Donald, said Daisy. You bet, said Donald. But don't worry, I'm the world's best driver. He drives slowly through town. Soon they were out in the country. The snow was even deeper there. Look, hey look, Uncle Scrooge's house is over there, said Huey. Why don't we stop and wish him a Merry Christmas? Good idea, said Donald. He put on the brakes and gave a steering wheel in a sharp turn, and the car skidded into the banks of snow. This car is really stuck, said Donald. Daisy. However, how are we ever going to get to Grandma's? Uncle Scrooge has a sleigh and horses, said Donald. But the snow is too deep to walk in. How can we reach him? I know, said Huey. He climbed on the top of a car. We can use our sleighs and horseshoes and sled. They take us to Uncle Scrooge's house. The boys set off. Don't worry, called Louie. You'll be back in no time. Uncle Scrooge will help us. I'm not so sure about that, said Donald to Daisy. Scrooge thinks Christmas is humbug. A big snowdrift went up to Scrooge's bedroom window. Let's give Uncle Scrooge a surprise, said Louie. He led the way up a mountain of snow. Scrooge is sitting happily in bed. He was adding up how much money he made during the year. Suddenly, he heard a tapping at the window. He looked up and saw his nephews. What on earth? He squealed. Scrooge leaped out of bed and threw open the window. What do you think you are doing? He yelled. Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge, said Huey. Huey climbed in the window and said, We came to ask your help, Uncle Scrooge. Our car is stuck in the snowbank and we can't get to Grandma's for Christmas. Bah, said Scrooge. He looked at the three sad little faces. Oh, all right, said Scrooge. I'll see what can I do. And he pulled on his clothes. Scrooge stepped out into the snowdrift and closed the window. Might as well leave the easy way, he said. Then Scrooge hopped on a sled with Huey and whee! They slid down the hill. Scrooge almost smiled. Scrooge and the boys went to the stables. Inside they found a gleaming sleigh and 4 eager horses. Scrooge hitched up the 4 horses and the boys piled into the sleigh. Humph, Scrooge said. Just a minute. We might as well do things properly. He found an axe and chopped down a beautiful fir tree. Then he grabbed the tree over to the sleigh. Oh, Grandma will love it, said the boys. Daisy Donald and Daisy were getting colder and colder, but suddenly they heard the sound of the jingle bells. Here come Scrooge driving a sleigh. Hooray, said Daisy. I don't believe it, said Donald. Everyone helped unload the car and load up the sleigh. Then off we went to the grandma's house. Then the jingle bells ran merrily as the horses trotted down the road. It started to snow again, but no one minded a bit. Finally, they got to the grandma's house, rushed outside and called, Hello, hello. I'm so glad to see you. I never thought did make it through the snow. Why, my goodness, if it isn't Uncle Scrooge McDuck, Merry Christmas. Daisy and the boys brought in the presents while Donald and Scrooge carried in the tree. Come in and have some hot cocoa, said Grandma. You must be frozen. When the boys were warm again, Dewey unpacked their paper chains. Louie brought out the paper hearts and cones, and Huey opened the boxes of glass balls. Then the boys trimmed the tree. It's beautiful, said Grandma. Soon it was time for Christmas dinner. What a wonderful meal, said Donald. Thanks to Grandma, said Daisy. And also thanks to Uncle Scrooge. Without his help, he wouldn't even be here. Hooray for Grandma and Uncle Scrooge, yelled Huey, Dewey and Louie. Thank you, said Scrooge, and Merry Christmas to you. The end. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this Disney's festive themed storybook. I hope you're interested, and I hope you enjoyed that so far. I really appreciate you guys to listen to me. I read to you. Thank you ever so much. And remember, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to hit this notification. You can also support me on Instagram, Twitter and Pinterest and Facebook page and TikTok. Please do, and give me extra support, and also support my behind the scenes and exclusive contents. That would really appreciate you guys. You guys are fabulous. I really appreciate you guys. It was been such a good honour to you guys. Okay guys, so please stay tuned. Another Christmas videos of December 2022. Okay, well that you all guys. I hope you see you soon, and Merry Christmas.